now we're gonna go right over to Belgium, and we're on the same topic of illegal rave, because this one,
this as well.
this one was a real doozy. As soon as I read this, I was like, we can't not talk about this. So there's a quick preview of what for people viewing it, and for you audio listeners, listen to this. Belgium illegal rave. Organisers jailed and fined for putting on a illegal rave in Belgian military airbase. So the credit here goes to Martin Guttridge Hewitt from DJ Mag. The party took place on the 7th of July 2023 and saw around 200 people turn up to an illegal rave at a Belgian military airbase, where it is believed that some attendees entered a restricted area of the base where there were unexploded munitions. Anyway,
talk about dropping the base. You know,
So Martin writes, quote, held on the 7th of July 2023 at, oh god, this is going to be a hard one to pronounce, at Grootskietveld Military Base and Nature Reserve, close to Antwerp. Around 200 people are believed to have entered a restricted area for the party. This triggered a provincial disaster plan because authorities believed there was the likelihood of attendees encountering unexploded munitions. The area is used by the Belgian Armed Forces for artillery practice. Prior to 2021, it has been partially accessible to the public, but a number of incidents involving what the Brussels Times labelled as careless visitors led to a complete ban on unauthorized entry. Around 12 individuals were arrested at the rave when Belgian law enforcement officers arrived with support from Dutch police, called across the border to assist with dispersing the crowd. In addition to the core team, a further 8 people who have also received criminal convictions for providing sound equipment with up to 52 hours of community service owed. The organisers have been fined €78,635. 3 of them have been given jail terms for 1 year, and 2 of them have been given 2 to 4 months, with others getting community service. Dave,
it's kind of a serious sentence, actually, though.
Yeah. Dave, I've got to jump to you. How do you unravel all this? Like,
I reckon. This is my theory. They didn't know it was a military airbase. They just saw an empty field and they went, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
And they just had the worst luck in the world, and it happened to be like this minefield airbase sort of thing, right?
I just think.
Can you imagine the raid on that? Like, it's not just the police turning up; it's Apache helicopters, you know.
I just think they're like, surely they've got to be so lucky, all those people that went to that party, because no one was injured, to my knowledge. Or the article does not state that anyone was. Lost any limbs.
To be fair, like, a military base is not going to have mines on it, right? So when it says. Where does it say munitions? What's that bit say?
So, as the article quotes here, that it triggered when they found that there was people in the restricted area, it triggered a provincial disaster plan because authorities believed there was the likelihood of attendees encountering unexploded munitions.
Why would there be unexploded munitions on a military base? That makes no sense to me. Maybe it's a firing range or something, right, at some point. But yeah, it's never a good idea to do a rave at a military base, you know what I mean? That's kind of a whoops. But again, I think they just did a rave because it was like a bit of unused land, and it just happened to be the worst place in the world to do one. And they just got totally boned by all the authorities. Whoops. Yeah.
I have to also question this bit in the article where it says, the area is used by Belgian armed forces for artillery practice. Okay.
Yes, they do craters and stuff.
So prior to 2021, it has been partially accessible to the public, but a number of incidents involving what the Brussels Times labelled as careless visitors led to a complete ban on unauthorized entry. What was going on there? Like, what were people doing? Like, what do you like? Also,
wait, so it was open to the public.
Partially.
But when these guys turn up, they're like, "Oh, there's unexploded munitions there." So why is it open to the public if there's unexploded munitions? That makes no sense, that sentence.
I mean, no,
Unless they put the unexploded munitions in after they opened it to the public.
No. I think what they're trying to say is that the unexploded munitions was in the restricted area.
Oh, and they went to the restricted area.
Yeah, but whether they knew that or not, I don't know.
I mean, there's probably a signpost somewhere, but yeah, buried underneath the sound system of this rave. You know what I mean?
It's mad. It's an absolutely fascinating.
This sort of reminds me of the party at Area 51. Like, remember ages ago they did a rave to get to Area 51. Yeah.
And I tell you what a contrast this is. So, like, meanwhile, back in London, they're doing an illegal rave in the ladies' toilets in miniature sound.
I mean, fair play to these guys. They know how to go big with this. You know what I
mean? Meanwhile, over in Antwerp, they're doing an illegal rave in a military air base.
See, I'm just picturing the style. What style of music would they be playing here? Like, I've instantly got like Gabba in my head instantly, right? Like, what's the most extreme, sort of loudest music ever with like bombs going off in the background? It's just got to be the heaviest techno in the world, you know?
I mean, isn't that just something though? I mean, yeah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my god! But you know what though? The article does not state that anyone was injured. So
that's good. Yeah.
Like, you got to take your wins somewhere, haven't you, right?
Wow. Poor guys have got jail time, though. Gosh, that is kind of extreme. But
yeah.
Hey,
and
don't do raves on military bases, I guess, And
$78,000, 78,000 euro fine.
I mean, the fines, you'll always get fines for illegal raves. The question is, can you ever pay it off? Probably not. So it usually gets written off, right? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is something, isn't it? But what we're going to do...